Hi everyone, it's Rachel with Kent County Veteran Services. Today I am continuing my conversations with area organizations and some of our partners in the area. This morning I'm joined with Melissa from Senior Sing Along. Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So today, thanks for jumping on real quick, so we can kind of talk about what music therapy is and via Zoom, especially while we're still with Zoom, what it looks like, what folks can expect, because honestly, before you, I had never heard of music therapy before. So can you give me a little bit of your background?
Yeah, sure, of course. So I kind of realized early on I was a vocal performance major. And in going through my schooling, I kind of realized that if I wanted to use music every day in my life, being a performer is, a difficult career path. But I knew I wanted to use music. And so I started researching some different careers. And I came upon music therapy. And really, music therapy is just a way in which we use music as a therapeutic tool to engage with our clients. And so I knew from a personal standpoint that music was very therapeutic for myself. If I was having a good day, a bad day, if I was going through something, music was kind of always there. And so I wanted to share that with others. So I attended Western Michigan University, where I got my bachelor's degree. And then I did an internship in Port Huron, Michigan, at a nursing and rehabilitation called Marwood. 6 months there. Sat for my boards, and once I passed my boards, I was able to start practicing. So I wanted to stay in the Grand Rapids area, and was able to take a position with Senior Sing Along. So that's what I've been doing for the past, I think, 3 years now. I've been with them, yeah. And Senior Sing Along really started as bringing music into nursing homes, was kind of their original path, and then they decided that they wanted to reach out to music therapy and bring in the therapeutic side along with the entertainment.
Okay, I like that little combo.
Exactly.
Best of both worlds.
Yep, and a lot of facilities do incorporate. They'll have the life enrichment are the performers who will go in and they'll put on a concert. And we have people from the Grand Rapids Symphony, which is really neat, and just all local performers here in the Grand Rapids area. And then Libby and I go into the facilities and we do the therapeutic part. A lot of it is in memory care.
Okay.
Is a lot of what we're working with. So yeah,
that's awesome.
And I'm also lucky enough to not only be working with you, but I get to spend my Tuesdays with the Grand Rapids Home for the Veterans as well.
I love it.
Yes.
Veterans all around. That's what our motto is.
And I have been with them since I started. They were an original contract that I kind of overtook. So yeah, we've built a great rapport, and it's great to spend my Tuesdays with them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
With being Zoom, I know this is something that we've talked about in the past. We have the opportunity to kind of go into more than one assisted living facility or nursing care facility, more than one at a time.
Yes.
So I know I've been working really hard at trying to reach out to some facilities to see if that's something like maybe in a community room, or send the link to a bunch of people that would like to participate. As long as there's a veteran in there, we're willing to figure something out so everyone can enjoy the music.
Exactly. That's probably one of the most beneficial things that's kind of come out of Zoom. Well, the fact that you can reach a wide range, more people at one time, which is really great. And then also, in a particular facility, sometimes I have 2 separate groups and they're in 2 different parts of the building, but we're able to all jump on together.
Oh yeah.
So I can just reach, a lot more of the residents that way. So that's been one of the nice things about Zoom, is the amount of people that, I can reach
Agreed. Yeah. So speaking of kind of what we've been doing, we offer, we being, County Veteran Services and Senior Sing Along and you, 4 different music sessions once a month.
Yes.
So 4 times a month, you jump on Zoom with us and you do 4 different types of music. We're trying to reach everybody, all of the veterans and their loved ones. I think that's what's so cool about Zoom is it doesn't matter if there's 25 people or if there's 3 people. So if you're sitting at home or in a facility and you want your neighbor to come join us, or your daughter, they can sit there with you, or we can send them a link too.
Correct.
Can you kind of break down the 4 different kind of sessions that we offer and what people can expect from them?
Yeah, of course. So usually the first Tuesday of the month, we've been doing our creating sisterhood through music, and that's for all of our women veterans. And that is really just allowing us women to have a safe space to come together and to interact, to form relationships, to
So
kind of
important.
exactly, it's so important. And to just kind of really focus on, issues that we're having. It could be in your personal life, in your work life, getting out there, if you're coming back from, um, being of service, like what does that look like? What issues are we kind of dealing with? And using music as a tool to be able to express how we're feeling. So that might look like music analysis. I try to gear it towards more female musicians.
Okay.
And, looking at, I really want to focus the group geared towards what they are looking to get out of it.
Oh, so
Making
cool.
it as personal as I can. And so if one week we want to focus on grief, let's say, we could do a songwriting experience where we kind of write out our own words and how we're feeling, and look at a piece of music and, what are their words, expressing to us and how it makes us feel. So just really creating a safe space for women to come together as a community, as a sisterhood, and, be able to express ourselves.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's our sisterhood. And then the week after, Wednesdays, I do a group that's geared more towards our seniors, which is, what I do normally every day is I do my sessions with our senior population. And that is, I usually focus on themes. It could be geared towards, like we just did Memorial Day, because we just had, Memorial Day last week. It might be about summer or spring or Christmas. And all of the music that is used during those sessions is kind of put into that era. I think we called it from, what did we call it? The golden...
Oh, the golden age. Music of the golden age, I think is
music of the golden age. So it's all that music from like the 1920s to the 1960s. And we do sing-alongs. We talk about, the music of that era. We might focus on a particular musician. So we might do all songs from Frank Sinatra, or all songs like the old cowboy songs, and we'll talk about all the singing cowboys of the decade. So that's our senior group.
I was lucky enough to sit in on one of your sing-alongs for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And we kind of had a view of a room, so I could see a couple faces at the same time, and they loved that you had, let me tell you a little bit about why I chose this song, and then you would sing it, and you could just tell that helps them connect to that song.
Yeah.
Really cool to see.
Yeah, taking it with a theme is the easiest way for me to kind of use music. And I can explain kind of, why does this go in,
Yeah.
Even getting them engaged in a lot of times, like if we're doing a song about weather or a session about weather, you know, to get them engaged, I might say, does anyone know a song about the sunshine? Or does anyone know a song about the rain or talks about the rain? So getting them to kind of engage in that way and to recall like, oh, I know this song and it kind of goes like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, you are my sunshine. So yeah, really trying to get them to engage and recall and you know, be able to participate in that way. Yeah. And then we have a Saturday group, which is our family group. And that is for us to encompass everyone in the family. So we're going to sing some kiddo songs, and we're going to sing some songs that maybe the parents can relate to. And just be really engaging, really active, a lot of movement, a lot of dancing. Maybe, you know, we'll have times when the parents might have to help the children with something, or the children might have to help the parents. But
So
just
fun.
yeah, just getting everyone kind of working together as a team, and using music to be able to just have a really great time.
I love it.
Yeah, that's our family group. And then I thought it would be really great. The end of the month is always, you know, you could have had a month, it could have been a week, it could have been a day. Um, but the last session we do the end of the month on our Thursday evenings is music and relaxation.
Oh, I love it.
And yeah, so that is really just, we're going to start with some breathing. We're going to start with some stretching. And then we're going to do kind of a little bit of a guided meditation with music on, but just really focusing on calming our busy brain, because at the end of the month, there could be just a lot going on, or even just the end of the day. And maybe even some tools that you can use once the group is over, you know, focusing on your breath. And if you're having a moment, you know, being able to just kind of sit and breathe and kind of focus back to the present. And even having, you know, giving some tools for different music that they can listen to.
Oh,
Use recorded music sometimes, and then other times we'll use, you know, live music. I have some really great, I have like an ocean drum that's very calming. I have a happy drum that I use as well. And that will be our music and relaxation group. So those are kind of the 4 groups that we offer and the breakdown of what you'll see during that time. And the one good thing is, hopefully, now that things are being lifted a little bit more, and we can actually be in person,
right.
these groups are going to kind of stay exactly how
Okay.
they are through Zoom. Of course, in person, there might be a little more interaction, there might be a little more movement,
Okay.
but they're going to stay, the core of the group will stay the same.
You know, that guided relaxation, just as you're saying, as we're lifting things and you know, as we're going back to normal, but it's not the same. So learning how to, you know, maybe take a step back and breathe, or being able to put on some specific music like you were talking about, could really be beneficial to a lot of people to just
Exactly. And just being able to sit, you know, our sessions are 45 minutes, so it's not a huge amount of time, you know,
right.
during the day, just 45 minutes. And just, yeah, like with the relaxation, just being able to sit and, you know, and that's the thing too, with people that are coming to the group, I really want to gear it. I'm a very person centered.
Okay.
So I really want to get to know everyone in the group. And, you know, if there's something that the group wants to focus on, well then, you know, that's what we're going to focus on. And there are so many things changing every single day, you know, and it's stressful.
Yes.
Do I wear a mask because I'm vaccinated, or do I not wear a mask? And, you know,
And the unknown.
exactly, the unknown. There's just so much. And, you know, we can focus on that whole unknown too throughout all the other groups as well.
Okay.
You know, we can focus on change in the family group and what does that look like for us as a family. or change, especially in senior living. I mean, their
Yeah.
lives are changing every single day, especially, sometimes we can have visitors, sometimes we cannot. I can leave my,
Yeah.
so focusing in on that. And then, for our women's group, it could be employment, it could be change in family dynamic. And where do we go from there?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's incredible. I really appreciate you, giving me this time to kind of go over everything so I can post it in a few places so people can know a little bit more of what to expect when they either jump on Zoom or when we're back in person, when they come over to our offices to check us out.
And I want everyone to know too, I think sometimes when people hear like music, if they're not musically inclined, like I can't tell you the amount of times when I'll come into a group and someone will say, I'm not a singer. I don't sing. And you start playing that song and all of a sudden they're singing along. So you don't need to be a musician, a professional musician to join these groups. We're just purely using music as a therapeutic tool to kind of work through some different aspects of our life.
Yeah. Well, and while we're still on Zoom too, yeah, you can have your camera off while you listen in, whatever your comfort level is. So,
Exactly. You can have the camera off. Some facilities, just due to like background noise, they might have to have their speaker off. So they'll be on mute. So I'm not able to hear them, but I can see them and see the
yeah.
engagement. But yeah,
And we can help with all of that too, setting that up if that's something that they're interested in.
exactly.
We have all of the classes listed on our website at kentcountyveteranservices.com. You just have to register so we know to send you a link. And then you can share that link if you'd like. But Melissa, thank you so much again for
Thank
coming
you.
on and having a quick conversation with me. I
Of
hope
course.
good
I look
rest of
forward
the
to seeing
day.
all of you.
Yes.
Come join our groups and we'll have a great time.
Awesome. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye-bye.